Hello, my name is Constance, and this is the Yarning Over the Days podcast, and this is episode 11. I want to thank any new viewers, and also I want to thank any returning viewers. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to come to hear what I have to say about knitting, sewing, and crochet. So, we're going to get started. You can find me on Ravelry and also Instagram as cleocmc, that's CLEOCMC. And I also keep the show notes on my blog, yarningoverthedays.wordpress.com. It has been a while. I did not mean to take a 2-month break, but I did. Quite busy, and we could talk about my schedule in the chatter later on at the end of this episode. But I'm going to go ahead and get started because I'm surprised that I still have quite a few things to share with you, sewing and also knitting wise. Finished objects, and then I wanted to share some of my works in progress. I have some crochet project on the hook, which is exciting, and I'm also I do have a knitting project, a work in progress for the knitting project. And then after the works in progress, we'll move into archive treasure, and finally I'll end with chit chat. So let's get started. In the previous episode, I was sharing with you my Cocoa Dresses by Tilly and the Buttons, and I love the pattern, how simple it was, how not only simple it was, but I felt very stylish and easy it was to put the dresses on and to just wear them on the go. When I went home for the Christmas holidays, I was home for quite a while, I found myself reaching for the Cocoa Dresses quite a lot. They were just so easy to go shopping in, to run errands in, to watch my nieces and nephew. They were just the perfect dress for just easy days when you wanted to be put together but not be I don't want to say uncomfortable, but you don't want to feel, you just want to be really relaxed. And so that's how the Cocoa dress is. And this is the pattern, Cocoa Dress by Tilly and the Buttons. And you can make the dress, you can make it with a funnel neck, which is very 60s, and then you can make a top. So I actually finished 3 new Cocoa dresses. And also I made a Cocoa top with some leftover fabric that I had. And I love them all. So I'll talk about them. Okay. So the first Cocoa dress I finished, I finished it. I was sharing it with you. I think I cut out the pieces, or I may not have cut out the pieces, but I was sharing the fabric with you in the previous episode. And that was this Cocoa dress. And I love it so much. I just really enjoy wearing black and white. It's one of my favorite, they're not really colors, but they're my favorite shades to wear. I love the contrast of black and white, and I especially like wearing them with black and white shoes. So I have been wearing this dress quite a lot, and it's just perfect. I purchased the fabric from fabric.com. This is Ponte de Roma, and I thought it was really nice. For the pockets, they're also from fabric. The fabric is from fabric.com, and it's Ponte de Roma also. And I thought it would provide a nice contrast. And there's not much to say about this. I followed the pattern exactly as it was. I did not go for long sleeves. I went for quarter length sleeves. I just think it works better with if I decide to wear a cardigan over it or not. So yes, and that's this dress, and I quite like it quite a bit, and I've worn it quite a bit. Then I made with the leftover fabric, I will insert a picture of myself wearing the dress that I just showed you, the black and white Cocoa dress here. With the leftover fabric, I decided to make a top. And I went for the cuff sleeves. There was an option to do the cuff sleeves with this. I did not go for the funnel net. I just wanted the cuff sleeves, and I like the little pocket here in the front. Again, this is the same fabric from the dress. It's just that this is the top version. And also I like that the top version had this little split here on the side, which was quite nice. And it's really easy to wear. Just throw it on with a pair of jeans and it's a really, really nice top. And I was so happy that I had enough fabric left over to make that top. So then, because I wore my Coco dresses quite a bit, I decided that I wanted to make another. And you remember I made the floral version in the previous episode. It was in blue floral. And I had some fabric. I'm not sure if I shared it with you. It's pretty much the same fabric from fabric.com. I think that this was interlock knit fabric. And it's the same fabric, only the color scheme is ruby and pink. And I like it quite a bit. I've worn it a lot, but then I realized that I never did share or take up photos of myself wearing the dress. I haven't even put it on Instagram, so I need to do that. And so I will insert a picture of myself wearing the Coco top that I just showed you here. And then I will share a picture once I get pictures taken of this dress. And I will insert a picture of this Coco dress here. So again, I followed the pattern with all of the Coco dresses. I don't know, I had a mind blank, but I do the same thing. I just make the quarter length sleeves and I add the little pockets, and these pockets blend in, but they're there because you always need, well, I feel like I always need a pocket to drop a dollar bill or some candy or some mint or something in it. And so that's that. Nothing new. And then my final Coco dress, it's quite wrinkled, but and that's this green version here. And this is fabric that was purchased from Joann's. And I know it's a no-pill knit fabric. I think it has a 4-way stretch. Yes, and it has a 4-way stretch, and I just went for pockets. It's quite simple, but I like it quite a bit because green is one of my favorite colors to wear, and I just really enjoy wearing them. Wearing this dress, again, it's easy. Pull it over my head, wear it with some green clogs or some loafers, and I instantly feel put together without thinking a lot about my outfit. And again, same version as the previous Cocos. So that's it for the Cocos. I think I'm definitely taking a break. I finished those over the December and January months, and I enjoyed making the Cocos. If I make them again, I do have some fabric that I think will look adorable on my nieces. So if I make them again, I'm just going to make them for my nieces, but I still need a break from them. So I probably won't revisit this pattern until maybe the summer, because yes, I've made quite a few Cocos, and now I have 6 Coco dresses and a Coco top. And I also made another Agnes top. I have quite a few Agnes tops, about 7 now, but they're just so versatile. They're just really nice knit tops, and have in my wardrobe and to wear with my skirts. And I shared that I was making a striped version with the leftover fabric that I had from my striped Coco. And I went for the quarter length sleeves. I did not do the puff sleeves. I did the plain sleeve. Again, this pattern is, and before I get into the pattern, I'll insert a picture of myself wearing the green Coco here. But back to this pattern is the Agnes top by Tilly and the buttons. And I went for the plain version. I did not do any of the ruching in the center or on the sleeves. I didn't do the puff sleeves. And I just like this top quite a bit. One thing I did change from the previous episode, I originally planned on just using all the striped fabric. But then I realized I was thinking I wouldn't like this collar or this trim to be with that striped fabric, because I wasn't sure how it would look, or I didn't think I would like the look of it. So again, I still had some of my plain black Ponte de Roma fabric. So instead I used that for the collar, and I am so happy with the results. I just think I think it looks so much better than if I had used the stripe around the collar. I don't think you would have even noticed the collar. And again, it's just a really nice top. So I think that's it sewing wise. Let me check my notes to make sure. Yes, that's it on the sewing front, and I really enjoy all of those pieces. I like those pieces quite a lot, and they've been getting heavy rotation since I made them. So I do have a finished knit project. I almost forgot about it, but then I've been wearing it constantly, like almost every single day since it's been finished, except for days when it's been, because I'm in South Carolina and the weather is so funny here. It'll be cool, and then one day you may have a day where it's 70 degrees. For example, 2 days ago it was 80 degrees outside, so of course I did not wear this. But it is my scarf. This was a pattern by the Yarn Holland. It's called the One Row Hand Spun Scarf. And it's quite long. I just knit until the yarn ran out. I think it's about maybe 60 inches or longer. And I'll just put it on. So typically I just wear it quite cozily around my neck like this. And I like it so much, just because it's so cushy and cozy and it's warm, and it's exactly what I was going for. I did cast on more stitches than the pattern called for. I think it only called for casting on 36, but this pattern is easily adaptable, and so I cast on more. I don't remember how many I cast on, but the information are in my show notes on Ravelry if you wanted to see. And I really liked that the stitch pattern was easy to memorize, and so I just worked on it mindlessly. And this is the yarn I used was Lion Brand Wool Ease and Forest Heather. So that gives you an idea of how it fits. And I also like, of course, that it's in green, one of my favorite colors to wear, and it's been heavy rotation. I also like wearing it with my green beret. I just think the combination is really nice together. So that's my finished knit object, and I do have a half finished object, a hoe. I finished a sock over the Christmas break, and I just think it's so adorable. I haven't blocked it yet. I just put on the sock blocker for the video. But this is a pattern, let me see, from the Knit Pits design team, and it's from their book Socktacular. I have all of my notes here. Let's see if I can show you an image. This is the 4-leaf clovers pattern. Yep. And I like this book because they give you, like, you have a choice to do whatever type of cuff you want to do, and they give you different options also for the heel and also different options for the toe. I actually, for my cuff, I did not use any of the cuffs suggested in the book. I went for a twisted rib cuff, which I quite like. And also for my heel, what is this heel called? I used the I think it's the gusset heel. Yes, I think that's what it's called, and I used the gusset heel for my heel. And I also did a new method for my toe. Usually I do, when I'm doing the toe, I would do the, what is it called? the standard toe where you would use the Kitchener stitch, but this time I used the swirl toe. That was an option just because I wanted to see. Oh, my phone is ringing. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Usually my phone is on silent, but I think I forgot to put it on silent for recording this video. But as I was saying, I used the swirl toe, and it was quite fun and very, very easy. And I think I may use it again in the future. I don't think I will use it for every sock that I make, but it's a good option when I did not feel like grafting the toes using that the Kitchener stitch. And so this was fun because I think I just pretty much kept decreasing until I had so many stitches left, and then I just threaded the remaining yarn through those stitches, which you can kind of, I don't know if you can see here, but it's there. And I tried it on and I thought it looked really nice. So I like it a lot. So now I just need to get to finishing that other sock, and I have a nice pair of pink socks. And I also want to finish this because I'm ready to cast on some new socks. I've been using this yarn. It's the Knit Picks palette, and the color is Cotton Candy. And yes, they say under the description for palette you can use palette for socks, but it's a 100% wool, and I really am not that crazy about how it feels. And I think I definitely prefer the yarn for socks that has a bit of nylon in it. So I think this will be my last pair of socks with the Knit Picks palette. I don't think I'll do this again. I was actually thinking about ripping it back, but then when I saw that I was like almost at this part of the sock, I was thinking I might as well finish it. And so I want to finish it because I have some nice Knit Picks sock yarn. I have some Felici, and I also have some other yarn that I want to make socks with. I actually have some Quince & Company Finch yarn. Okay, that's 100% wool, but I think that it'll, I know it's going to be nicer than the Knit Picks palette yarn. And so I want to make a pair of socks out of those skeins that I have. So that's why I'm kind of anxious to finish these pair of socks so I can start some more. But that's it for my half-finished object. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have another sock finish. So that is that for the finished objects. Yes, that is everything. And we can now move into my works in progress. Okay. I purchased this Simply Crochet magazine for this pattern alone that was on the cover. And it's called A Good Vintage Cardigan. And it's really, I just like it. It looks like that classic crochet that I really like, and I like all of the colors, options that you have to put so many colors together. And on the Miss Strawberry Mates podcast, which is an amazing podcast, you should check it out. She finished her Good Vintage cardigan, and it totally inspired me to just immediately start mine. The only reason I put off starting it was because I did not know what colors to use and what color combinations to use. So I purchased a color chart of Knit Picks palette from Knit Picks. You know, the card charts that has little samples of every color. And one night I just started playing with different combinations, and I finally came up with a combination that I really enjoy. And so I'll show you what I have so far so you can see how all of the colors look together. But I've started the body of the cardigan. That's the back, and this is the front. There are going to be quite a bit of ends to weave in, but I like it quite a bit. And I will admit that I did not do gauge with this project. I just did not feel like checking my gauge, and I figured that this cardigan will definitely have a bit of positive ease. I expect that, and I think it'll look nice with a pair of jeans and a simple top under it, and maybe a dress or so, but I just pretty much plan to just throw it on with a pair of jeans. So there are a lot of colors. I had to actually write it in my notes so I could remember the colors that I used for this, that I'm using for this cardigan. So the first color is a type of gray, but it has this kind of green undertone to it. And this is the main color, and that's called Gosling. And then I'm using Turmeric, Celestial, which is so pretty. I love that vivid blue. And this is Marina, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty. Okay, this is Semolina, a nice light yellow. And this is just simply orange, which I love. And this is Teal, Fairy Tale, and Mauve. Okay, and I'm so happy with each color that I chose. It was not easy choosing the colors, and I had to keep putting them next to each other. But seeing it all come together, I think it's beautiful. So I'm excited about this crochet project. It's been a while since I've made a crochet garment, so I'm really excited about it, and I'm looking forward to seeing the finished object. Oh, I purchased some buttons for the cardigan. I'll go get them. And I wasn't sure which buttons to use, so I purchased the blue, to maybe pick up that blue in the cardigan. I purchased these yellow buttons to maybe pick up the yellow. And then I like these buttons because they were the exact shade of the main color. So I'm thinking maybe just streamlining the button band by having buttons that match the button band exactly. So I have no idea which color I'm going to use. If you have any input on what you think will look best, please let me know. And I'm thinking maybe I'm leaning towards the neutral buttons, but I don't know. I haven't made a decision yet. Because then I'm thinking that the blue buttons will look nice, especially when I wear them with the blue jeans. They'll pick up the blue jean color. So I don't know. So I just purchased all of them. And I still have enough time to make a decision on the final button color. Oh, and I'm actually I have another knit project on the needles, and this is another flats cardigan for another baby boy, not my nephew, but a church member. She saw the picture of my nephew in the sweater set with the hat that I made for him, for JR, and she asked if I could make one for her son, and I said of course, and she wanted a navy blue. So this is how far I've gotten. Now I haven't gotten as far as I would have liked because I started this 3 weeks ago, but life has been getting in the way, and I know I'm busy if I can't even finish a tiny baby sweater. Like, I'm hoping tonight to finish the sleeves and then even cast on the hat, and hopefully I'll be able to give this to her by next week. And I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in navy. I'm not the biggest fan of this yarn, but I was looking for an acrylic yarn when I was at Joann's, and then she wanted navy, and they did not have any navy in any of the enough for me to make the sweater in any of the other brands that I usually like Lion brand. They had like blues, royal blues, but not deep navy. So I went with the Red Heart Super Saver, but I'm thinking that when I wash it, it's going to soften up quite a bit, and I think it'll be all right. And there's not much to say. I'm making a 0 to 6 month size. I've seen the baby, and I think that this will fit him. I just feel this anxiousness to finish it because we're in South Carolina. It's getting warmer. If he doesn't get this sweater set and wear it at least once or twice this time next year, I don't even think he'll be able to fit it. So, and of course he's not going to be wearing it during the summer. So I really, really need to finish this as soon as possible. So that's my main project that I'm working on right now. So that's it, I think, for my works in progress. I did share some works in progress with you in the last episode, but I haven't really worked on those, like my Alice Moore pattern, I haven't worked on that at all. I didn't even work on it over the Christmas break. Oh, I hope you all can't hear that train. It's so loud. So, now we can move into the archive treasure. And the archive treasure today is another Andy Satcherland pattern. Oh, that train, I wish it would just go or finish passing by. It's so loud. Okay. Every time I think it's done, it gets louder. Maybe it's getting closer. Oh, so obnoxious. Okay, so the archive treasure is another Andy Satcherland pattern, and it's one of my favorite pullover sweaters. I wear it quite a lot. According to Ravelry, I finished this sweater in December of 2013. That was a while ago, and I just like it so much. I use Knit Picks Bravo Worsted, which is their acrylic yarn, and the color is Tranquil, and it's one of my favorite colors to wear. I just think it really just complements my skin tone, and I just like it a lot. It just goes with so many things. And maybe one day I'll use a similar color for a cardigan. I think that'll be nice. But this is a very simple pattern. You have this lace work here, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I just think it's just very elegant. And it also goes in the back also. And so it's just really nice. So once you do this lace work, and the lace work was really simple, then it's just stockinette, as you can see. And I remember using a different type of cast on for this. I can't remember what it was, but I remember referring to the Knitting Superstar book by Debbie Stoller book to figure out that cast on method. But it gives it a neat edge. The cast on method that Andy suggested, because I think a regular cast on would have maybe made it sloppy and untidy. But it's definitely one of my favorite garments. I wear it quite a bit to death. I pretty much wear it starting fall, winter, and up into the early parts of spring. But then when it gets really hot in the summer, of course, I can't wear it. But yes, and so today I'm wearing it, one of my favorite combinations with, I'm wearing it with my gingham Hollyburn skirt, which is one of my favorite skirts to wear. And this is it. And it has quarter length sleeves, which I really like. And yes, that's all I can say about it. It's a very nice, simple, fun pattern. I remember enjoying it, just working with it. It was just so much fun to me. And I remember finishing it very quickly. And so I really like this. And I hope it has many more years to come. It seems to be holding up really, really nicely. And whenever I wash it, I just throw it in the washing machine because it's acrylic. So it's just easy to just throw in the washing machine and just take out and then just dry, put it in a dryer also. And like I said, it's been holding up really well, and I hope that I have many more years with one of my favorite sweaters. So this is another great pattern by Andy Satcherland. So that's all I have to say about it. Okay, finally we can get into some chatter. Why did I take a 2-month break? What happened? So life happened. As you all know, I'm a PhD student in the School of Library and Information Science, and this is my last semester of coursework. Then I'll move into my comp exams over the summer, and then I'll do my research proposal. Then I begin the research for my dissertation, and that's what I'll be doing once the coursework has ended, which is this semester. And so I'm in the coursework, the classes that I'm taking a full load, but they're part of my cognate. So I'm taking some library courses as electives, and I'm also taking a museum management course as an elective as a part of my cognate. So I'm taking a museum management course, and I decided to take that course because I'll probably be working in archives, even though I mainly want to teach, of course, library professionals. or people who would be in the library profession. But I still want to work in cultural institutions, preferably archives, and that's where I'm also going to be doing my research for my dissertation. But I was thinking that this museum management course would be good because it's about creating exhibits, and we're also creating an exhibit for this course as a part of our final project for the South Carolina State Fair, which has been quite fun and quite interesting already. And so I'm taking that course because I wanted to know about exhibits and how to create pop-up exhibits, traveling exhibits, the logistics that goes behind exhibits, because even though archives deal with those artifacts, there are many times that you will do pop-up exhibits or exhibits to pretty much highlight your collection. And so I figured that this would be very good knowledge to have, and I'm enjoying the course so far. But of course, it's taking quite a bit of work because we're creating this exhibit and it's a group project, so you know how those go. And so that's one thing. Then I'm also in a rare books, special collections and rare books class, which is taught by the director of rare books and special collections here at USC. And I'm enjoying that class, and of course that's vital information for me also with my research interests and what I want to do in the career, with my career. So that class also is really nice, but again, we're doing we're creating like collections of rare books, and there's a lot of work involved in going to the reading room and doing research, and so a lot of outside work outside of the classroom, and that has to be done, of course, in person. So that's going on with that class. And then my last class is an assessment class, and that has a huge project attached to that class also, in which I'm assessing the McKissick Museum, which is a museum here on the campus of the University of South Carolina. And so I've been connecting with the staff and also the executive director of that, and I have to evaluate the facilities, and I'm assessing it for their accessibility, looking at their accessibility for disabled patrons and users of the museum. So again, those are the three classes are involving quite a bit of time. Then on top of that, I was sent an email by one of my favorite professors. He taught me in my doctoral classes, and he needed a teaching assistant because his former teaching assistant, she defended her dissertation and she was done. And I couldn't say no, and so I said yes. So I'm also a teaching assistant in addition to my previous job with as project manager for the Digital Piranesi project. So now I'm holding two jobs, and yes. And so I'm so happy to add this to my resume, but it's just a lot of time management and a lot of working out when I need to do things. So that's what I've been doing. So if that wasn't enough, I'm also writing a paper that I'm trying to get published, and I've been working on this paper for over a year. I was encouraged by actually my teacher, who I'm now his teaching assistant. He encouraged me to submit this paper for publication. I wrote it last year, and so I submitted it, and they made a decision for me to revise and resubmit the paper over the summer. So I revised it, and then I resubmitted it in October. Then the editor contacted me and said he apologized, but he sent me the wrong citation information, and so I needed to change my citation format for the paper to the format that they use for the journal. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been making the last revisions to that paper. So I finally resubmitted it again this week, and I was so happy once I finished all of those edits. And so now I'm just waiting for that final decision, and I'm hoping that this paper gets published. I mean, I've been working on this paper for over a year, and it would just be amazing. I mean, simply amazing if I get published in this. This is one of the top journals in the field, so that would be pretty amazing. So I've just been hoping and praying, and I've been talking to my parents and sisters about it, so they know that I want this so badly, and I just hope it happens. So that's why I took a long break, because I just needed to focus on school and work and my academic endeavors. And honestly, I have not, besides this little sweater, as I've showed you, I haven't really crafted much at all. My poor sewing machine, the last thing I made were my cocoa dresses, but I made that before classes even started. That was I created those over the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday weekend, and I haven't touched my sewing machine since. So, oh my goodness. I'm just hoping that once things get settled, I'll be able to start crafting like I like. And I'm not sure if I'll be creating as much things, but at least getting some steady progress going with my crafts, because I have joined the 2018 Make 9. And when I was looking at my Make 9, I started to get discouraged just looking at it this morning, because I was thinking, was I too ambitious with my Make 9? And I wonder if I'm going to finish my Make 9. But I need to stop just getting anxious about it, or just thinking about it so much, and just try to achieve what I can. And so that's how I'm going about it, because honestly, like I said, I haven't even picked up my cardigan, my LSR Moore cardigan that I've been working on. I haven't picked that up in over 2 months, and that's one of my Make 9 goals. And I've also have 2 coats, well, a jacket and a coat on my Make 9, and I haven't even cut out the fabric for those yet. So yeah, it's just, we'll see how those go. But I wanted to share with you, this is what's been catching my interest, and it's also a part of my Make 9. Of course, Andrea from the Fruity Knit inspires me constantly. So everything she makes, I just want to make. So she's a big fan of Marie Wallen. So I purchased 2 books from Marie Wallen's website. This I've wanted for quite a while, springtime, because Andrea actually made 2 garments from this book, this cover photo here. And she made 3 garments actually, because I just saw one. Yeah, she made the cover cardigan. She also made this gorgeous pullover. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, she made this. And she also made this sweater with a rose yoke, which is so beautiful. So I was thinking, I love every single design in this book. I could not make up my mind. When I was thinking about the 2018 Make 9, I went back and forth between so many of the patterns on what I wanted to make. I was thinking about that pullover sweater that I just showed you, the simple lace one with the saddle shoulders, or the drop shoulders. I was thinking about that one, and I was seriously considering that one. Then I really loved this one. I thought it was very simple and just beautiful and elegant. And I'm kind of thinking, like, I wonder if I should go back to that one. But then I decided that I wanted to do some more fair out, because I'm always trying to improve my fair out. And then I also want a sweater that's a different shape from my fitted sweaters, because I have quite a few fitted sweaters, which I love, and this is one of my favorite styles to wear. But some days I wish I had those sweaters that you could just like pull over your head when you're feeling like, you know, you're not feeling your best that day, but you still just want a cozy sweater that's just relaxed and that's still really nice, but you don't want to have that fitted sweater. And so that's when I saw Fleur, and I think that, and this is what I decided for my Make 9 to make. It's fair out. I've been wanting to make a sweater forever that has a drop shoulder, which is just beautiful. And on top of that, it even features some crochet. How amazing is that? That made my day. So those were the factors that made me choose this garment as a part of my Make 9. I'm going to go with the exact same color scheme that Marie Wallen went with, because I don't feel like thinking about different colors, and I think that this is just beautiful. And I just love the styling of Marie's garments, because I just love the plaid skirts with the boots and the top and the fair out. I think that those are just beautiful, and the model is so gorgeous. She really wears the designs very nicely, and I think that she uses the same model, because this is the same model from the Shetland collection, and she's so gorgeous. I mean, a beautiful red hair with those freckles. She just wears the garments really well. And so there are quite a few things I want to make in Shetland also. And I was going back and forth between Shetland and also the springtime collection on what I wanted to add to my Make 9, but I went with the springtime. Let me show you some things I was considering. I was considering this. I don't know if it's showing up well as a part, but then there's also this cardigan in here. Yes, this is it. I'm trying to find the best picture that I was thinking about making. So yes, I'm really loving Marie Wallen, and I'm so grateful to Andrea for introducing me to her and doing the interviews with Marie Wallen and sharing her collections. I just love those episodes of Fruity Knitting. They're the best. And so after I saw those things, I knew that I wanted to make one of her designs, or quite a few of her designs. It's just, hopefully I'll have the time. So that's what's been catching my interest. This wasn't a very long episode, I don't think, but I'm happy to be back and to share with you all what I've been making and doing. And hopefully I'll see you in a few weeks. I do not want to take that long of a break ever again. And thank you for everyone who's reached out to me on Instagram, you know, checking on me and seeing what I've been up to. And I've been trying to respond to all of you to make let you know that, hey, I'm still alive and I'm still here and I still love crafting. It's just now a matter of finding time to fit it in. And I think that once this semester is over, hopefully my schedule will ease up and the summer will be full of crafting and making. And I know summer will be here before you know it. Andy has already been talking about planning the outfit along for this summer, and I'm so excited about it. And so I know I will be participating in that. And so I'm looking forward to that. And then over the summer, I hope to work on my two major projects, the Marie Wallen sweater, and then also my Alice Star Moore. Like, those will be my summer projects, I think, that I'll be focusing on. And we'll see how it goes from there. Thank you for viewing this episode, and I look forward to seeing you all later. Bye.